33. Alert, 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 alert. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Right, right.
To throw, Mayfield. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you meant to the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Nix. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the gun on 3rd down, Nix. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Still going inside the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bucky Irving as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. McLaughlin for the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. He'll let this go deep for Sutton, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. A final shot before break. Nix, he'll air this one out for Mims. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have a Broncos first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run it again with Williams. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 2. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. And now an audible here into something else. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They'll go play action with Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On play action, here's Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The quick slant caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Williams going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Williams. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They'll run it with Williams. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Broncos will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
They'll look to run for him with Williams. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
They'll roll him out right. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Cade Otton, 45 yards. And the Buccaneers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Buccaneers 20.
And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And it looks like the defense has got it. And he takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down, and I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Broncos 35, Buccaneers 20.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown. And now here is another interception. Brandon Jones picking it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Here we go, set.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. Down to about the 32. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. It looks like they'll move things around here. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Bucs are right back in this football game. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Here's 1st and 10.
Dad.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
King. Hey! Hey, alert 33. Alert! What's that?
Mayfield to throw. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he's across for 2 points. Boy, a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing Nix. And that will be incomplete as well.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 46-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Good. Point it right. Hey, alert! What's that?
Here's Baker. Eluding the pressure right. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call.
Regular.
Mayfield. He's got Otten. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Delivering the pass here to Evans on the out route. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down one. It's tempting to go for two. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd. Carry it into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go. So it's the Broncos who are going to get the first shot at things. They'll have it here as we start in overtime. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
That's a pretty strong return to start this overtime. And you know that if you run some decent offense, you should have a shot at a field goal. But I'd have to think to myself, I want the 6 points. I want this game over now. I don't want to give the other team a chance to come back and beat me.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now they'll audible to something else. Now a first throw here in overtime. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. No gain on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Nix to the air. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And all the way down to the 35. A huge play there in overtime. 46 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. They run out of the gun with Irving. And he'll be taken down at the 34. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He's going to have the first down and more than that. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Brandon, I go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only 2nd down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for 3rd. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's 3rd down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. What's up?
Mayfield And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points,